There are counties in America where permits go to die, where taxes take one look at your land and quietly back away, where no inspector appears out of the bushes holding a clipboard. And the government? It's not limited. It's missing in action. These are the places where you can build a cabin, a yurt, a questionable bunker, or a house made from the remains of 3 abandoned RVs. And nobody will ask for permission. So buckle up, because we're going to the last 5 counties in the US where you can still live free. No permits, no hassle, and sometimes no neighbors within 20 miles. Freedom. It used to mean something simple: owning land, building a home, planting a garden without filling out Form 47B. Intent to grow vegetables. But somewhere along the way, America developed a permit addiction. You can't build a shed unless it's inspected. You can't place a cabin unless it's certified. And you can't breathe near a composting toilet without someone in a reflective vest asking, "Sir, do you have documentation for that?" Meanwhile, your property taxes rise faster than your blood pressure. The zoning map looks like a toddler spilled a box of crayons, and your neighbor's HOA thinks your trash can is emotionally disruptive. So, what do? You look for the last places in the US where life still makes sense. Places where land is just land, where you can build first and ask questions never, where the county office consists of 1 guy, 1 dog, and a filing cabinet from 1973. And guess what? These places still exist. Real counties, on real maps, where you can build a cabin, live off-grid, and pay taxes so low they feel like a typo. Before we hit the road, do me a favor, tap subscribe. Not because I crave validation, but because every time you do, an HOA somewhere loses a little bit of its power. And honestly, that feels patriotic. All right, coffee ready? Notifications silenced? Good. Because we're heading deep into the forgotten corners of America. 5 counties where permits are optional, taxes are tiny, and independence isn't a slogan. It's daily life. Before we start the county tour, we need to talk about what no permits actually means. Because depending on where you live, a permit is either a helpful document or a final boss wearing a reflective vest. In most of America, building anything requires an entire paper trail. You want a cabin? Permit. You want a shed? Permit. You want to move your tiny home 10 feet to the left? Congratulations. That's now a new structure and needs 3 signatures, 2 inspections, and a man named Stan to approve your life choices. But in the counties we're exploring today, the rules are different. Here, no permits doesn't mean chaos. It doesn't mean you can build a roller coaster out of scrap metal and call it housing. It simply means the county doesn't regulate private, residential construction. No building department, no zoning map, no inspector hiding behind a cactus waiting to ambush your solar panels. Just land, and whatever you choose to build on it. Now, there are 3 types of freedom you'll hear me talk about. Type 1. No building permits. This means you can put up a cabin, tiny home, barn dominium, earthship, yurt, or off-grid compound without anyone asking, "Is that up to code?" Because there is no code. Type 2. No zoning. This is the rare kind where the government never divided land into categories: residential, agricultural, commercial, industrial. None of that exists. Your land can be anything. Type 3. Low or almost zero property taxes. In some counties, taxes are so low they feel like you're being pranked. You'll look at the bill and think, there's no way that's real. It is. Combine all 3, and you get the holy grail of American freedom. A place where you can build what you want, live how you want, and keep your money. So now that you know what no permits actually means, let's hit the road and visit the first county on our list, the place where even the tumbleweeds are living rent-free. Welcome to Loving County, Texas. Population so small, the U.S. Census probably double-checks it every morning just to make sure it still exists. Depending on the year, the entire county has somewhere between 60 and 100 residents. That's not a town, that's a family reunion with better parking. Drive through Loving County, and you'll start to wonder if you accidentally slipped into a post-apocalyptic movie set. Miles of flat prairie. A sky so big it looks like it got a software update. Oil pumps nodding in the distance like they're judging your life choices. And absolutely no sign of anyone telling you what you can or cannot build. Because here's the secret most people don't know. Loving County has no building permits for private homes. None. You want to build a cabin? Build it. A shipping container house? Go for it. A suspicious bunker shaped like a giant armadillo? Buddy, if you've got the scrap metal, nobody's stopping you. There's no county building department. No code enforcement officer named Stan hiding in the mesquite bushes with a clipboard. No zoning maps. No planning board. Just land. And the quiet hum of the wind trying to remember when humans last lived here. And taxes? Loving County consistently ranks among the lowest property tax burdens in the entire United States. Oil royalties cover almost everything, which means your contribution is basically the financial equivalent of leaving a tip at a diner. Freedom here is so extreme, it starts to feel like a prank. You can park an RV, a yurt, a double wide, or an experimental home that probably shouldn't be legal anywhere else, and the county will simply nod at you from a respectful distance. The trade-off? Well, let's just say Loving County is not for people who require Starbucks, DoorDash, or human interaction. Your nearest neighbor might be 10 miles away. Your nearest store might be in another county. And if you need emergency services, the response time can be politely described as optimistic. But that's the point. People don't move to Loving County for convenience. They move here because the modern world can't reach them. Because there's no HOA measuring the emotional impact of your trash cans. Because there's no inspector declaring your dream cabin unsafe, simply because it was built with YouTube tutorials and stubbornness. Loving County is what happens when freedom is left completely unsupervised. It's raw, it's empty, it's brutally quiet. And it's one of the last counties in America where you can build whatever life you want, literally. And if you think this place is wild, wait until you see our next stop. A mountain county in Arizona, where the government takes one look at your DIY blueprints and says, yeah, that's probably fine. If Loving County is freedom baked in Texas sun, then Greenlee County is freedom carved into the mountains. This is eastern Arizona, the part of the state most people forget exists. They think Arizona is just saguaro cactuses, Phoenix traffic, and tourists melting on sidewalks. But Greenlee County? Greenlee is different. Greenlee is where the desert grabs a cup of coffee and suddenly becomes a mountain range. You drive in on a highway that looks like someone dropped spaghetti on a map. It winds through cliffs, pine forests, narrow canyons, and rivers that appear out of nowhere like nature said, "Here, hydrate." It doesn't feel like a place that should exist in Arizona, and it definitely doesn't feel like a place where someone from the county office is going to pop out from behind a juniper tree and ask if your cabin has an approved ventilation system. Because here's the thing, Greenlee County has no residential building codes. Zero. None. You want to build a log cabin? Great. A tiny home? Sure. A house shaped like a giant chili pepper, because you had one particularly strong dream after eating Mexican food at midnight. Do it. Nobody's checking. There's no county building department, no inspectors making surprise visits, no long list of rules written by someone who thinks off-grid is a type of Wi-Fi problem. As long as you're not constructing something that threatens the whole mountain, the county keeps its hands firmly in its pockets and lets you be. Taxes? Ridiculously low. In some towns, your yearly tax bill is roughly the price of 2 grocery runs in Phoenix, maybe 1 if you buy organic almonds. And the best part? Unlike many no-building code counties, Greenlee is actually beautiful. Not it's pretty if you squint. Not it's scenic if you enjoy abandoned gas stations. No, this is real, cinematic, drone-shot-worthy beauty. Steep mountain walls, blue skies, deep green forests. The kind of views that make you consider quitting the internet forever, until you remember you can still post them on Instagram to make everyone jealous. Most of the county's few residents live near the mining towns of Clifton and Morenci. Colorful, steep little communities built right into the hillsides. But the freedom? That's in the surrounding land. Quiet valleys, remote ridges, places where the only things watching you build your dream home are deer and the occasional confused mule. There's no HOA telling you your roof color clashes with the emotional tone of the neighborhood. No zoning map that looks like an abstract painting nobody understands. No permit office demanding drawings, signatures, and a detailed evacuation plan for hypothetical unicorn emergencies. Just land, trees, mountains, and the space to create whatever life actually makes sense to you. Greenlee County is the kind of place that reminds you, freedom doesn't always live in the desert or the frontier. Sometimes it's perched on a mountainside, quietly waiting for someone stubborn enough to build something that belongs only to them. Next, we head to a county where freedom isn't carved into stone. It's spread across rolling green fields, quiet farms, and hills that look like they fell asleep sometime in the 1950s. Welcome to Lawrence County, Missouri. Coming up next, leave the deserts and ghost towns behind for a second. Let's go somewhere that actually has trees and grass and neighbors who don't measure distance in miles to the nearest cactus. Welcome to Lawrence County, Missouri, one of the most quietly free places left in America. This isn't some extreme frontier where you battle blizzards and haul water for 6 miles. It's rolling hills, green pastures, gravel roads, and small towns where the grocery store cashier probably knows what you had for lunch yesterday. And behind all that normal, peaceful Midwestern energy, there's a tiny legal detail that makes this county special. No county zoning, no building codes, no planning department obsessing over what your land wants to be when it grows up. If you own the land here, it doesn't need a personality assigned by a zoning map. It's not residential low density or agricultural transitional corridor. It's just dirt. Beautiful, useful, do whatever you want with it dirt. You want a cabin at the back of your property? Build it. You want a double wide, a modular home, a barn dominium, or a tiny home you designed on a napkin? Go ahead. You want a big garden, a greenhouse, a chicken coop, and a shop big enough to store every project truck you've ever owned? Lawrence County is not going to hold a meeting about it. There's no county inspector driving around looking for unpermitted structures. There's no one sending you letters about how your workshop is non-compliant with Section 14B of the Residential Aesthetic Harmony Standard. Most people here would laugh at that sentence and go back to feeding their cows. Property taxes. They're low enough that people from big cities assume it's a typo. You don't need a 6-figure salary just to exist. You can actually own land, build on it, and not feel like you're being punished for trying. Life here is simple in the best way. People grow gardens, raise livestock, fix their own stuff, and wave when they pass you on the road. Not because there's a rule about waving, just because that's what people do. Of course, freedom comes with fine print. Your neighbor might decide to build the world's most ambitious chicken palace, or a giant metal shop that looks like a spaceship parked in a hayfield, or a collection of tractors in various states of, "I'll fix it someday." But that's the deal in Lawrence County. You mind your business. They mind theirs. You build what you want. They build what they want. No zoning hearings. No forms. No one asking if your dream house fits the neighborhood character. Lawrence County isn't dramatic. It's not extreme. It's just one of the last places where rural America still works the way it was supposed to. You buy land. You build a life. And the county leaves you alone. Next, we're heading back west, to a rugged corner of the mountains where the government technically exists. It just doesn't bother checking what you're building. Head west far enough, and the green hills fade. The trees thin out. The sky gets bigger. And suddenly, you're in a part of America where the horizon looks like it was stretched in Photoshop. Welcome to Hardin County, New Mexico, a place so quiet, the wind has to remind itself to keep blowing. If Lawrence County was freedom in soft green tones, Hardin County is freedom baked under a giant blue sky. This is one of the least populated counties in all of New Mexico. Ranches, cattle, open plains that basically go on forever, and a government so small it could probably hold its meetings inside a pickup truck. Hardin County has something incredibly rare in the United States. No building department, not a small one, not a slow one, not a system that needs improvement. No, it does not exist. There is no inspector, no permitting desk, no checklist, no man named Stan asking if your roof meets subsection 14B of the Don't Have Fun code. You want to build? Build. A cabin? Sure. A tiny home? Go for it. A barn dominium the size of your childhood dreams? Yes. A shipping container tower because you watched too many apocalypse movies? As long as it doesn't fall on the highway, the county has nothing to say about it. Taxes? Barely there. Hardin County consistently ranks among the lowest property tax burdens in the state. You look at the bill and think, is this a joke? Did they forget a zero? They didn't. It's just New Mexico doing New Mexico things. And the freedom here isn't theoretical. It's real. Talk to locals and they'll tell you the same thing. If you want something done, you do it yourself. If you want something built, you build it yourself. Nobody's checking, nobody's inspecting, nobody's driving out across 40 miles of plains just to decide whether your back porch is structurally correct. The landscape adds to the magic. This is high desert, tall grass, mesas, sagebrush, and sunsets so wide they feel illegal. Nights are silent except for coyotes and the occasional cow trying to understand your existence. Of course, with all that freedom comes a familiar price. Hardin County is remote. Very remote. If you order pizza, the delivery driver might send you a postcard instead. Grocery stores are a journey. And if you need emergency services, well, hopefully you brought duct tape and optimism. But for the people who choose to live here, that's the point. Hardin County is where you go when you're done with paperwork, done with restrictions, done with maps that look like crayon explosions. It's land without micromanagement, life without interference, and freedom without apologies. But if you think New Mexico is wild, wait until you see the next place. A Nevada county so empty, so unregulated, so beautifully untouched that civilization itself sometimes forgets to show up. If Hardin County is a quiet whisper of freedom, Esmeralda County is freedom shouting into the void. This is Nevada's least populated county, and considering Nevada has towns with more wild donkeys than humans, that's saying something. Drive into Esmeralda County and you start questioning whether you entered a different century. Long desert highways, rocky hills that look like they were sculpted by a bored giant, ghost towns scattered across the landscape like old memories. and the overwhelming feeling that nobody, absolutely nobody, is coming to check your building plans. Because Esmeralda County has no building code enforcement, no planning department, no zoning office, no inspector waiting to judge your off-grid dreams. It is one of the closest things to total construction freedom left in America. You can build a cabin, you can build a yurt, you can build a dome home, a shipping container village, a solar bunker, or a wooden fortress shaped like your favorite childhood cartoon character. No one is taking notes. No one is filing paperwork. No one is telling you that your roof pitch is emotionally incompatible with the neighborhood aesthetic. In Esmeralda County, the only neighborhood aesthetic is, does it stand up? Cool. Enjoy. Towns like Goldfield and Silver Peak still hold pockets of life, historic buildings, local diners, small shops that feel like time capsules. But step outside town limits, and it becomes you, the desert, and a silence so thick it has weight. Taxes? Still low. You won't need a second job just to afford your mailbox. This is Nevada, land of wide open spaces and minimal government. And the lack of regulation doesn't come from chaos or neglect. It comes from practicality. Esmeralda County covers more than 3,500 square miles, with fewer than 1,000 residents. You could build a castle in the middle of nowhere, and the nearest witness might be a lizard who promises not to snitch. Of course, the freedom comes with the usual disclaimers. Summers get hot, winters bite back, cell service goes missing the moment you need it, and the grocery store may be 45 minutes or 90, depending on which direction the wind blows. But people who love Esmeralda don't come for convenience. They come for space, for silence, for the ability to build a life without filling out 3 different forms and attending a zoning hearing chaired by someone who hates tiny homes. Esmeralda County is not for everyone. It's for the stubborn, the dreamers, the off-gridders, the people who want to build their own world and live by their own rules. And that brings us to the end of this wild road trip. 5 real counties where freedom isn't a slogan, it's just how life works. And that's it. 5 real counties on real American soil where freedom isn't a slogan or a bumper sticker or something politicians bring up every 4 years. It's the daily weather. It's the default setting. It's the background radiation of life. Places where permits don't lurk in the shadows, where taxes don't stalk your wallet, where the county office is more suggestion than authority, and where you can still, unbelievably, build a life with your own hands without asking 12 people for permission. From the quiet plains of Harding County, to the mountains of Greenlee, to the rolling fields of Lawrence, to the empty horizons of Loving and the forgotten mining towns of Esmeralda, these counties prove something important. America isn't out of freedom. It's just hiding in the places most people never look. These aren't perfect places. They're not convenient. They're not luxurious. They won't deliver your packages on time, and they definitely won't deliver your groceries. But they offer something most people can't buy, can't download, and can't find in a city with 20 coffee shops per block: space, silence, and a chance to live life without being supervised. So if this journey made you dream a little about cabins, off-grid life, or a world without inspectors materializing from the bushes, hit like, tap subscribe, because the more you do, the more YouTube shows this video to people who desperately need a break from their HOA. And who knows, somewhere out there, your future county might be waiting. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay free, and I'll see you in the next one.